Last time on Tavern Tales.
You notice that the party is separated into three groups. There's a small battalion of roughly 8 Dark Elves with Thomir and Ymir. You notice that one of the halflings is Bartholomew Brandywine. Cora remembers this strapping young lad from the southern tribe. It's not the entire amount, but we never agreed on me actually paying you. You have a wonderful night. Thank you for helping me get this for my master.
I'm growling at him.
Where is the real one?
Somebody told me to give it to a half-elf with blue hair and who's a dick.
Fuck.
Ymir looks at the high elf. It's a good thing you can wield that sword. As Bartholomew wraps his arm around this elf on his knees. Says, bring the rations, boys. The dogs standing, growling, as they pull meat from their bag and stuff it into his loins.
Deep in the heart of Terra'rosa, in the misty Witchwood forest, lies a smoke-filled tavern filled with travelers spinning tales of treasure and triumph over deadly foes. In the back of the tavern, a group of adventurers sits around a heavy oak table. The map of the world lays sprawled before them as they each take their seat, fill their mugs, and begin weaving their story. Welcome to the Stagrin Dragon. You are about to devolve into Tavern Tales.
Thormir looks to you guys. Says, now what do we do?
Well,
Now we have
mean-
some evidence. I guess maybe we can head back and coalesce all the evidence together.
Xander hits himself in the face again because he remembered what happened.
Ymir looks.
2 damage.
Why are you hitting yourself?
It's a form of self-flagellation, I'm assuming.
I think he's mad that he told me to give the hammer up and it was the right hammer and he was wrong.
I don't know why. The one that I got was from the crypt and the stone and...
The
Red herrings.
he pulls a book, the book that he had kept on him, out, and he points to the replica of the Life Shaper. He said, "This was a key. This was to show. It was basically to throw off any would-be invaders." Apparently. Was that in the box that we found?
Mm-hmm.
That was in the box.
Ymir and Thormir share a look. Thormir steps forward. Lady Raleigh, as the leader of Irongrove and one of the council members of Gul'dan, with Ymir as a witness to the goblins attacking, and the Fuchi armor that you have, we could definitely seek to make peace between our people at this point.
That would be most amicable.
But if you gave up, if the hammer's gone to that sorcerer, we definitely need to get it back.
I have a legitimate question.
Yes.
Do you guys happen to know who lives in that tower over there?
Yes.
No, I was more asking like Thorum and then...
Yeah, that is the wizard Ignil. He is the court wizard of Sasson.
because that's the direction that the sorcerer went off to, and he said that was his master.
If you wouldn't mind, my lady, I can take this evidence back with Ymir, and I would greatly appreciate it if you retrieved the artifact for us. Especially you, Xander. I would really appreciate it if you retrieved our artifact for us. He says very sternly.
If
I'm okay with it.
Artemis was as honest, which I am starting to doubt that he is, then I will attempt to retrieve your artifact from Ignail.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'll go too.
Thormir laughs wholeheartedly. He says, I thought you would, Cora.
I want that hammer back. It's pretty and it likes me.
Yes. Yes, it does.
So are Ymir and Thormar gonna head back with the cart to Irongrove?
Yes, they are gonna... You guys can take whatever you need out of the cart, but they're gonna take that back to Irongrove. And then they're gonna basically send a letter to the rest of Massaloon about what's going on with proof.
Before they leave... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna write a note for them to take with them with my signature on it to further prove that their words and their statements.
Okay. He says thank you, my lady. He folds it up, and he wraps it up and puts it in a very official looking scroll tube.
Thormir.
Yes.
In the days that we were gone, did you happen to send that letter to my father that I asked you to send?
The one about you being here and safe.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
No problem. Would you like me to send a follow-up just in case?
No.
Just that you made your stop.
Yeah, we'll come back and I'll see if he's responded.
The less father knows, right?
Usually. Especially with the oldest.
Yes. Well, thank you. They both give a bow and head off towards Irongrove in the cart.
What time of day is it? It's kind of late, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting very late.
We should probably set up camp in the woods for the night and continue forward. Do we know how far away the tower is from us?
It's 26 miles. You're one hex off of it.
So we're like a day away?
Yeah.
Cool.
As well, you guys are in a complete, this is like a complete open field.
Oh, well. I guess we could just
complete
make
open
camp.
field until that tower?
Yeah.
There's no woods? Oh.
There's no woods unless you go close to Ocelin.
No, we'll just make
Which
camp
is
then.
out of the way.
Which is, yeah.
Off the road,
Okay.
then.
Off the road. You guys make camp. A rounding bout of adventure. As you sit down.
I'm telling them a story.
What is the story of Cora?
So my mom thought it would be great when we were done making the cake to have a big dinner together and sit down, and she's like, "Oh, this is the cake that Cora made today," and everybody got a slice, and my dad bit into it first, and I completely forgot to tell him that was the joke cake, and that one was made out of poop. He didn't like that very much. As soon as he bit into it, he looked, I'm like, "Oh yeah, Dad. Oh gosh, Dad, I'm sorry." That was the poop cake.
Raleigh is like snort laughing at this.
He's like, "Poop cake?" I'm like, "Yeah, Mom's so good at teaching me how to make cakes, I also made one out of poop."
It's a cow pie.
But it turns out the funniest thing is that the poop cake tasted better than the actual cake. So, there goes my baking skills.
I'm kind of sad now that I don't have an NPC to interject. It gets fairly later. Are we all just gonna go to sleep?
Should probably take turns taking watch.
I'll take first watch.
I was gonna roll. Would I have to roll anything for Xander to do like a flashback?
A flashback to what?
To him basically talking to his brothers one day, just to see where it went wrong with his youngest.
Roll a wisdom save.
15?
You remember, just while you're sitting there, your eyes go into like a daze as you remember the youngest brother tearing away from you, your hand on his shoulder, about how he can't live in his father's house anymore. He has better things to do in the world, grander things, and he will do them. First watch goes by without a hitch. No problems. Who do you wake up for second watch?
I'll wake up Raleigh.
What?
It's your turn.
Oh, okay.
And then I lay down and I curl up and I'm like...
Cora, make me a Constitution save.
Oh my gosh, what?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Save.
Okay.
While you're asleep.
While I'm asleep, what the fuck am I gonna be dreaming of? Oh, that's not good. That's a 7.
You have the most, gruesome dream about what would have happened had those dogs caught that elf. But the rest of the night goes by without a hitch. And I take it you're waking up Xander?
Mm-hmm.
If it's been about 4 hours, that's how long the meditate's supposed to be.
Yep.
Cool, because I need a full 8 hours going back to bed.
Snooze.
Xander, roll a percentile, please.
Oh, fuck.
Let me use my gray dice. My blue ones give me bad rolls. $47.
While you are on watch, you hear a rustling in the tall grass.
Roll perception.
Go ahead.
That is a 15.
You notice a familiar-looking goblin.
The one we let free the last game.
Did it give us a name?
I don't
He did
think
not.
so.
Besides Jersey Boy.
Yeah, he had a Jersey boy accent.
It says, money, tanning, laundering. As
Jersey Shore reference. Oh god.
more importantly, World of Warcraft reference.
That too.
This goblin creeps up and pokes his head through the grass. You see the scars across its cheeks. This is watching.
How deep of sleep are they in?
They could probably be forced awake.
But if I yell, it's not going to wake them up.
I have a passive perception of 16. I will definitely wake up.
Yeah, they'll both probably definitely wake up.
If you scream, yeah, we're right next to you.
I was going to say, he's going to walk a little bit closer and say Green Gash. Questioning.
Yes. Yes, I'm the Green Gash guy now.
See you later now. How does it feel?
Well, I'm going to Disney World. But we have a bit of a predicament, friend.
What's up?
I got, like, 8 or 9 families of women and children here. I can't really protect them all, you know what I'm saying?
Did they follow us? What?
Basically, yeah.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna need you to hand over your weapons, and this is basically a robbery.
Tell you what, buddy. I've got four short swords right here, and I'll give you 300 gold to leave us alone.
Ah, Mr. Moneybags. Okay, I see we can make deals over here. All right, yeah.
I love this. I love this voice.
I'll take it.
All right. So I hand him the 4 short swords that we looted from those drow,
Uh-huh.
and I give him 300 of my own gold.
Okay. He takes the gold. You just hand him 300 gold, like, in his hands.
Counts them out 1, 2,
I was gonna.
3.
He picks them up, bites them.
I mean, 300
What
gold's
was
a
that?
lot. He's got tiny
He
gold in his
goes
hands.
through and bites each individual one.
He takes his shirt and he, like, unfolds it so you can put it in his shirt. He says, he's got his swords in there, he's got his 300 gold. He says, pleasure doing business with you, pal.
Yeah, protect your people. Do what you gotta do.
Oh, I'll protect all my people with this. As he walks over. He makes his way to what you notice to be some big shadows in the background. And then you hear, "Hey, boss! I got us some moolah!"
Interesting.
But
Very interesting.
again, the rest of the night goes by without much more than a hiccup.
You said some bigger shadows.
Yes, some bigger shadows.
Would I have to roll would I have to roll a perception check to see if they look elvish?
They do not look elvish. They actually, because you are a full elf and you definitely have dark vision, they are not shadows to you. You see a bugbear and a hobgoblin.
Do I recognize the hobgoblin at all?
No, not at all.
Okay. New hobgoblin then.
New hobgoblin, new bugbear. I don't think you guys ever actually ran into a bugbear yet.
Nope.
But they don't bother you. As the morning sun rises, blanketing your faces in light.
Ugh.
That was a horrible night's sleep.
Why is the sun so bright?
None of your characters like to be woken up.
Xander didn't have a problem.
Xander was already awake.
That's fair.
Did anything happen while we were asleep?
Yeah, I got a few visitors, but
What?
tossed them some gold and they went okay.
Oh, well, if you
Please
figured it
don't tell
out.
me it was Bart.
No, it wasn't Bart.
Okay, good. You can fuck off.
Definitely met the individual though.
No?
Yep.
Are you gonna stop being vague and just tell us what happened?
Gringesh.
What?
The goblins from the dungeon.
Oh, what? Did they follow us?
I don't think they quite followed us. I think they were on their way and just kind of noticed. But
That's
he
quite a
asked for some-
coincidence.
I talked to him. He just wanted some cash and wanted something to protect his people with. So he's got a couple swords and he's got 300 gold.
You trusted the goblin?
He left us alone for the rest of the night.
You never trust the short ones, and I roll back over trying to go back to sleep. Knowing that it won't happen.
Oh, hey, I get my spells back now. Yay!
As you guys make your way towards the tower, you notice a stream with a small, like, it's not a deep stream at all, just a little brook, basically.
Oh, I splashed some water in my face to help me wake up and just to clean off the muck.
As you kneel down to this water, you catch a faint smell.
What kind of smell?
Would I have to roll perception to glance upstream to see what's going on?
Do you smell the smell that's in my face?
Right here, you guys would probably all smell it.
What is that? Cute.
Any soldier or fighter might recognize this as the smell of death.
Oh.
Looking upstream, partially buried, is a corpse that looks to be weeks old.
So we can't even tell what it is at this point, or?
Oh no, you can tell it's... Animals haven't gotten to it yet, but...
Is it a person? Humanoid?
It is a person.
Do I recognize this person?
You and John both you and Xander both recognize this person.
Oh, fuck me. Mother bitch.
So roll perception?
No, we know who it
I'll
is.
go up to it and, like, start taking some of the dirt out. What? Why? This is a terrible berry job.
As Cora cleans off this corpse, Xander, you notice it to be your youngest brother.
Why would some... This is a terrible berry job. I've done better in the last 2 weeks. Just saying. You guys know who this is?
Youngest brother or middle brother?
The youngest, the one who ran away.
Is supposedly doing all of this.
Yes.
Do you guys know who this is? Who is this?
Xander, I need you to breathe.
What's happening?
Roll to not break down.
I mean, would your character break down?
Well, Xander was very attached to his younger brothers.
So then I think that's just an automatic failure.
Yeah.
Yep. Critical failure.
As Xander you tell me how you react to your youngest brother's demise.
He loses it.
Just completely breaks down.
Just completely breaks down.
As you start breaking down, you feel a sense of light rush over you. In your mind, you hear of what first sounds like bickering.
Mm-hmm.
The woman's voice you've heard before, as she gave you your sight back in the one eye. But this older, gruffer other voice sounds a lot like a dwarf.
So, one sounds like... Okay, so I'm assuming that these are the two deities.
Yes. You can tell they are not... they both seem to have equal faith in you as a healer and as a champion.
Okay.
Which is really weird because Moradin is not an elven deity. They both tell you that he isn't. They try to console you with the idioms of he is in a better place. He is up here with us, basically.
Okay.
To try to restore your faith, or to try to guide your faith, and don't forget this.
Okay.
While he's breaking down, I want to start like using my great axe as much as I can as a shovel to dig a better grave.
I'm gonna stop her. I'm gonna put my hand on her hands and just be like, wait.
What? I mean, his family, right? So he should be buried, right?
Maybe not here in the middle of the woods, but I don't know if there's much we can do. We're not in the woods. We're not in the woods. What am I talking about?
We're by a stream. Yeah.
The druid doesn't know what the difference between woods and plains are.
I keep forgetting we're not in the woods. Okay.
Into the woods!
We can't... I'm trying to be quiet as to not let Xander hear me. I mean, we can't just carry a dead body around with us. That's not... I can't...
You're right.
I could, because I'm strong. But for how long we're going to be gone?
Let's wait till he gets his bearings, and then we'll figure out what to do.
Well, okay, but I'm just going to keep going, because I don't want to wait.
True. And while she's doing that, then, I'm going to use Druidcraft. And I'm just going to start, like, crafting flowers around his body. Just because... ceremony. Such.
Yeah. What's going on in Xander's head? With the deities.
He is beginning to agree with them. And he isn't happy that this is the site he's come across. But he's gonna suck it up and do what he needs to do.
They both tell you, while still bickering with each other, that they will both equally try to help you bring whoever did this to justice.
Okay. Does the corpse have any, like, weapons or anything near him?
Literally commoner's rags. Definitely not the silks that he left in.
Xander's, like, he walks over to, is Cora still digging the hole?
Yes.
He walks over, tells her to stop, that he needs to do this himself. And he starts to dig a hole, or starts to continue to dig the hole that she's in.
With his hands?
He can use my great axe.
I was going to use the shield.
Or that.
That works too, even better.
While
That's
they're
probably
doing
better than my great axe.
I could get more dirt out that way.
While they're doing that, can I check over the body to see what would have killed him?
Yes.
Do I need to make a check for that, or medicine check or
you
something?
You can make a medicine check. Yes.
And I want to take a look to see if anybody's watching us do all of this.
Medicine check.
Go ahead and make me a perception.
Shit.
Spooky.
Oh, that's cocked. Fucking shit. That's even... Ugh, okay. 11.
Cora, you don't see anybody. You are standing in a clear open field, this little brook that runs towards the forest.
Cool.
Raleigh, you are able to notice the body has seemed to have been kind of waterlogged in this little stream still. So getting a precise, like, cause of death is kind of hard. But you do notice that he seems to have scorch marks, like, as you kind of look him over and turn him at the back of his clothes.
Similar to the scorch marks made by a firebolt?
Yes.
Mother bitch.
I'm thinking at this point Xander's finished the hole.
Yes, for sure.
And he walks over, picks up the corpse, sets it in the hole.
I want to stop him before he finishes, though. And I'm going to transform back into my wolf so I can smell better. And I want to smell around and see if I smell anything familiar besides his corpse.
Like I said, this corpse has been...
I mean, in the air, like, is it a big enough brook that he's been washing down it, or this is just where he was dumped?
This is, like, where he was dumped.
Okay, then I want to smell around the area to see if I smell anything. And I get advantage on those because I'm a wolf.
Yes.
So I'm going to roll 2 dice because I can. Which one do I roll? Okay, I'll roll this one. 17 plus my perception as a wolf. Let me check. Plus 3 is 20, not natural.
Yeah, you, You smell a very familiar blue-haired half-elf.
Mother bitch. I'm gonna whine at that. I'm whining. It's not a happy whine.
Aw, I go over and I pat Dire Raleigh. Okay.
Xander, you continue to bury your fallen brother?
Yep.
I'm gonna come out of it.
Oh, that was fast.
Mm-hmm.
As you complete burying him, you say a little prayer. And if there's anything else you'd like to do?
I want, like, I have rope, don't I? I think.
Yeah.
Sure you do.
Everyone has a little bit of rope.
I'm gonna take, like, I started with 5 javelins, or 3 javelins or something, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of set them as, like, a grave marker.
Okay.
And I'm going to take some of the rope and tie the amethyst around it and drape it over the marker I just made.
All right.
That being the brooch that we got from the ruins, right?
Yep.
I'm druid crafting more flowers.
That was your brother's color,
Yep,
right?
that was his.
Yeah, that was his brooch.
Alright, he's gonna mourn for a minute, and then he's gonna get his thoughts and everything together, and then he's gonna go talk to Raleigh.
All right. What does he say to Raleigh?
So, I noticed you just turned into a wolf there. Is there something I need to know?
I have a feeling if we go visit Ignale, Artemis won't be there with the hammer. Because he did this.
He did this weeks ago, though.
He did. Meaning he's been playing us this entire time. I can only assume.
Well, we can at least check.
We still should.
You guys probably noticed the radiant light even shining directly through the eye patch.
I would say so.
At the entirety of how pissed off Xander is.
Yeah, I would say so. Shall we continue on towards the tower?
Yep.
Yep.
Travel goes by.
I was gonna say if I had to compare the rage to anything, it's worse than Cora's.
At this point?
At this point, it is a blind rage. He has no, like, he doesn't even know what he's doing. He's that pissed off.
As you guys get to the large tower, it's grandiose in scale. Just another day's travel away, you can see Sasson. As you walk to the door, the head of a dragon begins to speak as you step onto the stoop.
Whoa, that's cool.
Welcome to the Tower of Ignale.
Thank you. Look at that thing, it's so cool.
Who are you?
I am Cora. This is Raleigh. That is an angry Xander.
I am Raleigh Daelas of Massaloon, and I would like an audience with Ignale.
Oh, that sounded fancier than mine. Yeah.
You may enter.
Thank you.
The door itself disappears.
Look at how fancy this place is. Gosh, I'm not dressed for this. Okay.
As you walk into the innards of the tower, the it is, like I said, grandiose in scale. Just lots of lavish things. There's globes, hourglasses, and just a bunch of different things. As you hear the sound of a dwarf from higher up in the tower, the spiral staircase that winds up it.
Alright.
Who's here?
It's a pleasure to see you again, Ignale.
Ah, Lady Raleigh. I will be right down, love.
I roll my eyes when he says lady.
Why does everybody call us love? I don't get it.
Couldn't tell you.
A few seconds pass, like, after he says that, the stout dwarf basically appears before you. His dark coal beard and hair.
I like your dragon.
Thank you. That was a gift from a friend of mine.
Oh, it's a very nice gift.
Yes. Keeps out intruders.
Effective, I bet.
For the most part.
Oh.
What can I help you with there? It's been some time.
It has, and we do have some questions because your name has been brought up to us.
Yes?
Are you familiar with someone known as Artemis Crane? Is that name familiar to you?
Artie. What has the lad done now?
Quite a bit.
Would Xander's still so pissed off? He yells, "I'ma kill him."
Ignore him for now, he's grieving.
Grieving?
It seems... Well, let me start off with... When was the last time you saw him?
I haven't seen Artemis in a couple months.
Was he doing anything suspicious?
Last I remember, he was traveling to the to Irongrove. He wanted to find something about his about a hammer, the Life Shaper.
He said he was finding this for you.
Really?
Indeed.
That's he's always been a troubled boy. Ever since I found him as a kid.
And I think we can add a few more things to his lists of sins.
Gods have mercy. I'm sorry for your loss. He looks to Xander. If there's anything I can do for you.
If you have a way of finding him, we need to find him. He has something that doesn't belong to him.
Yeah.
Where he's going, there will be no mercy.
I understand, son. I understand. He kind of picks up from the tone of this that what had happened. I have a friend in the village of Sasson, or in the town of Sasson. While I am, yes, the court wizard there, unfortunately I have some other matters to attend to here. There has been a magical disturbance that I must spend. I've been spending a lot of my time.
A disturbance?
A group of men have been capturing relics in the area. I fear they are using these things for terrible, terrible things.
What have they taken?
It is not known exactly. Just they have been ransacking wizards.
Oh.
Yes. a not they dress from the stories. They dress in dark robes. The description I have is of a dark elf, a wood elf, a human, and an Aasimar. Grave things are afoot, I fear.
I wonder if that has any connection to the things that have been happening between the elves and the dwarves.
I don't know.
Because we found out that was a ruse, so I wonder if it was just a distraction.
Maybe. He pulls out a pen and paper and writes a name down for you, folding it up and placing it in your hand. He says, my friend is in Sasson. He can definitely help you find this, find Artemis. I'm sure of it. Whether he's scry or not, he seems to know things.
Where can we find him in Sasson?
This is not. Lady Raleigh, if I do say, your beauty is remarkable.
I roll my eyes.
But, and he takes note of that, and he says, that's the least of what he will say. You might be able to find him in the Picklin' Ticklin'.
Oh my god.
No!
In the Picklin' Ticklin' brothel.
Oh my god. Why?
I'm not looking at the note yet. I'll just tuck that away for now.
I nudged Raleigh and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's a brothel.
He did just say
I said it was a brothel.
dear.
Oh, he did? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Pretty sure that's what that is.
He is an odd sort. Not someone that I would ever consider hanging around. Mostly, no, I like to keep a studious sort. But
He's not one to Netflix and chill.
he's more into not Netflix and Bo. If you know what I mean.
No Netflix, straight chill.
Yes.
Got you.
Straight to chilling. Yeah.
Gross. Could at least buy dinner first.
You should be able to find this wizard very, very easily. Or if you go to the Picklin' Ticklin', he might find you. He'll probably find you.
Oh, joy.
What joke did a character that lessens Xander's rage to where he's actually starting to see more clearly now?
Mm-hmm.
And asks him if he knows anybody going by the name of Rayar Kivir.
He does not.
That was the alias that his brother was using.
Well, looks like we get to go somewhere else.
What is the makeup of Sasson? Like, is it a predominantly one race city, or is it a mixture?
Sasson is this
Out of character.
Okay, just making sure. Sasson is in fact a free folk city.
Okay.
So it's a nice mixture of people. He says, if you'd like to stay for time being, you are more than welcome to take up residence in the guest quarters. That shouldn't be a problem. You are a dear friend. Your family is a dear friend of mine.
It would be greatly appreciated.
Then anyway, I will continue back to my studies. If you wish to stay, or if I just ask that you don't bother me while I'm working.
Of course.
Anything you need, you can just ring the bell. The unseen servant will respond to it and bring you anything you ask.
Is there a bell nearby?
Cora,
Yes.
no.
I ring it.
Go ahead.
Ring, 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 ring.
You have to ask when you ring the
Oh,
bell.
oh. Can I have some ale? Ring, 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 ring.
The dwarf, or the unseen servant comes with a tray of just tankards of ale.
Ooh.
On one of them,
Yay.
you notice an etch mark that says the Stagrin Dragon.
I actually have a question to ask him in character.
Yes, Xander.
You're a very knowledgeable wizard, as I can tell.
Yes.
Would you happen to know any protection spells?
Unfortunately, my friend, I am all tapped out at the moment. Us wizards must rest and memorize and prepare. It is not something that I can just do.
I was going to ask as a small favor if you'd be able to, when you get the chance, if possible, there's a grave marked with 2 javelins and an amethyst. If possible, would you be able to cast a protection spell on it when you feel...
You would need a cleric for that, my boy. I am not privy to divine magic.
Okay.
I ring the bell again. Wine! Ding, 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 ding.
Basically, you see like 2 bottles appear before you, but they are definitely like champagne, like very high end.
Ooh,
as
nice.
the corks.
Xander, I don't know if you're privy to drinking or if your family is, but maybe we should pour one out for your brother. If you want. I have options. There's ale and now wine.
I'll take a glass of champagne.
Yeah.
Glasses of champagne are poured.
What do you say, Xander?
Why not?
Okay. Let's not pour it out, though, in the house, because that seems kind of rude. If we are pouring one out, I'm just saying. That's usually what we do after someone. Anyway. I mean, if you don't want to, we don't have to. We can just drink.
The unseen servant walks to the door to follow your orders. However, as soon as it gets to the door, the bottle falls to the floor and shatters.
Well, does that count? That doesn't count. That shouldn't count, right?
I think that counts. He rings the bell, and another one comes over and
I'm
sweeps it up.
sorry, I didn't know it did that. They're very astute.
Yes. Anyway, I will be off to my studies. I appreciate quiet, if you will. The wizard disappears again.
So we rest and then to Sassone tomorrow?
You rest and then to Sassone tomorrow.
I'm gonna down my champagne in one gulp.
Yes. Yay.
Oh, Raleigh, while you're resting, do you want to look at that note?
No.
Do you know who it's from?
Yes.
Do you?
Yep. I guess right before I go to bed, I'll look at it.
Alright.
Another bitch.
I thought we were gonna stay up and drink.
This is like post that.
Womp. Okay, we can talk about the drinking night next time.
Not who you thought it was going to be.
True.
But I think I did a very excellent job of making you feel it was going to be him.
Regardless, I'm sure it'll be similar.
Maybe.
Or maybe it's him in disguise. We don't know!
Find out next time.
On hashtag Tank Party.
Yes. We need to get that trending. Hashtag tank party. Because we are tanks and we're a party.
I can't wait till we need healing. Oh, wait.
If you kill everybody first, you don't need to be healed.
Yes.
We're gonna be like Genji in a ranked match.
At this point, you guys are all level 3.
Woo! Huzzah!
Join us every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on YouTube, SoundCloud, and on our website for another episode of Tavern Tales.